I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The former treasurer of the Circleville Middle School PTA has been charged with stealing more than $5,000 from the organization. 43-year-old Lisa Mercado Gonzalez was arrested following an investigation into the disappearance of funds from the Parent-Teacher Association over a 2-year period. Mercado Gonzalez of Middletown was charged with grand larceny, 5 counts of possession of a forged instrument, and falsifying business records. She was arraigned on the charges and sent to Orange County Jail with cash bail set at $5,139.55, the amount of money she's accused of stealing. There's been less pain at the pump these days. The price of a gallon of gas has been dropping, and in some states, including Jersey, the price is expected to drop below $3 a gallon by the end of the year. Analysts don't believe it'll fall quite that far here in New York State. Gas prices typically decline in the fall, and this year they are being pulled even lower due to reduced global oil prices. This despite the continuing turmoil in the Middle East. But new technologies allowed oil drillers in the U.S. to consistently increase production, which has added to global supplies. And an oil analyst at Price Futures Group expects an even bigger price decline in the future as companies produce more oil, refiners make more gas, and demand stays relatively low because of more fuel-efficient vehicles. A felony robbery indictment's been handed up by an Ulster County grand jury in the case of a Kingston man who allegedly took part in a bank robbery in the city back in July. Prosecutors say 27-year-old Stefan Williams was arrested for the robbery of the Roundout Savings Bank branch on Schwenk Drive, July 25th. 2 alleged accomplices, 21-year-old Clarence Davis of New Windsor and 23-year-old Sinku Mandela of Newburgh, also face second-degree robbery charges. Williams has also been implicated in the robbery of the Citizens Bank branch on Broadway in Newburgh in August. A New Paltz couple has been charged with welfare fraud for reportedly receiving close to $44,000 in benefits they were not entitled to. Jeffrey and Carmen DeMarco are accused of failing to disclose employment income to the Department of Social Services by filing 5 false applications for assistance over a 4-year period. Both have been arraigned on charges of felony welfare fraud and offering a false instrument for filing. Governor Cuomo today announced that $94 million has been awarded for solar projects across the state. The 142 solar projects at businesses and schools will reportedly increase the state's solar capacity by 68% of the amount of solar that had been installed and was in the pipeline as of late last year. There are 23 project sites in the Hudson Valley, 2 in Sullivan County and 4 in Orange, including President Container in Middletown, a manufacturer of corrugated containers. Members of several Ulster County police agencies have capped a 6-month-long investigation into drug selling in the Rosendale, High Falls, Stone Ridge areas, with the arrest of 7 people. Members of the Ulster Regional Narcotics Enforcement Team conducted a series of undercover buy operations after receiving intelligence regarding drug trafficking in those communities. That led to the roundup of the suspects, who now face felony sale and/or possession charges. They've been identified as Rosendale residents Aaron Simpson and Ryan Layton, Nicholas Motzi, Michael Romeo, and Ryan Ebert of High Falls, and Antoine Lewis of Kerhonkson, plus Mikhail Quinones of Stone Ridge. Port Jervis is one of the places where a free prescription drug take-back program will be held tomorrow. From 10 to 2 p.m., people can go to the Port Jervis Police Department headquarters on Hammond Street and safely dispose of their expired, unused, and unwanted prescription drugs free of charge with no questions asked. Program sponsored by the Police Department, the PJ Pride Community Drug Abuse Task Force, and the Drug Enforcement Administration. Studies show the majority of abused prescription drugs are obtained from family and friends and from the home medicine cabinet. A Rock Hill man has been charged with felony grand larceny for allegedly stealing gasoline from his employer with a credit card he had reportedly stolen from the company. State police say 49-year-old Thomas Bogursky stole the credit card from Combined Energy Services, where he'd been a longtime employee. Police say he then used the card to buy close to $700 worth of gas from company-owned gas pumps for his personal use. The police investigation began after company management discovered the theft. And it'll be an emotional journey for another group of World War II veterans. The Hudson Valley Honor Flight Organization will make its 5th trip to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Boarding the plane at Stewart Airport will be more than 80 World War II vets, and their day-long itinerary includes a visit to the World War II Memorial in our nation's capital. ShopRite's the Honor Flight sponsor, and they've donated more than $65,000 since the organization's inception in 2012. Among those making this Honor Flight trip, 93-year-old retired Army Sergeant Sanders Matthews from Highland Falls, a Buffalo soldier who served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and 103-year-old Ruth Malot of Rhinebeck, the oldest female Marine in the country. You cannot ask for better weather than what's in our forecast for the weekend. Saturday will be mostly sunny and warmer, with temperatures reaching the low to middle 80s. Ditto for Sunday, more sunshine and the highs again in the 80 to 85 degree range. Not bad for the last weekend of September, so get out there and enjoy it. You'll stay informed this weekend if you start each day with the Times-Herald Record. And breaking news will be just a click away all weekend long right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.